Our open house is today. So we went out to eat and came to the park to kill some time. We didn't even know there was a path at this park. So that's pretty cool. This park has more armadillos than I've ever seen before anywhere else. I told you these armadillos can spit 20 feet away, so you do not want to be too close. And they move fast. I've seen them move fast before, so I'm leaving. There's something out in the woods there. Hope it's not a bobcat. I don't think they attack people, but I know they attack animals. I'm gonna keep moving. This is the park with the lake that everybody goes canoeing or kayaking, and where there's a lot of alligators. Lots of them. Look how cool. All these palm trees. It looks like they cleared the brush out. So since we're selling our house, I thought I'd make a video on 5 things you should think about when selling your house. Well, number 1, and I've said this in yesterday's video, I've said this a dozen times in different videos. I keep looking down because I don't want to trip or step on something like a snake. Declutter. Declutter. Number 1 most important thing to do. Get rid of anything you don't need. And if you're going to sell your house, or you think you're going to sell your house, I would do this process like a year or 2 years ahead of time. I'm not even joking about it. Totally serious. Because if you don't, it becomes very stressful, especially if you've lived in your home for years and you've acquired knickknacks and your kids' stuff growing up and trophies and all those wonderful memories. You can't take them all with you. You just can't. Unless you're, extra wealthy and you have a huge house waiting for you and you don't mind paying to move all your stuff. Okay, if you could afford to do it, you don't mind it, you could pay movers and all that. But many people can't, afford to move all their stuff. They think they can, but when they realize they have much more than they think they have, then they're kind of like shocked. That's my recommendation. Get rid of your stuff. And if you're real sentimental about things, what we did, like for trophies and other things, we took pictures and filed them away. So at least I know I could look at those items if I wanted to. But honestly, when we left from Ohio to move to Florida, I haven't looked at any of those photos. I don't even remember much of what I had. Really, huge. More huge than I can even begin to tell you. So I hope you will listen to this number 1 thing. And this goes for anybody who's not even looking to sell a house or buy a house. Maybe just those who are wanting to move. So, okay, I won't go on anymore about that. I think I've made my point. I'm such a believer in this number 1 step that this is why I went on and on about it, because I don't want you to just say, okay, number 1, declutter. It's more than that. To start with the junk drawer, and I made a video called that. It all started with the junk drawer. If I remember, I'll put it up here for you to click on. My number 2 thing to do when selling your house is find a really good realtor. A good realtor will know when to put your house up for sale, how much it should sell for. To find a good realtor, I would, of course, go online. Well, first of all, ask people. But if you don't know anyone who sold a house or doesn't know, or if you don't know somebody who knows a realtor, go online. We have RE/MAX Shannon Hansbury in our area. So wherever you are in your part of the country, find out who a good realtor is and what company they are affiliated with. And check reviews. Online, you got Google reviews, you got Yelp reviews, there's all kind of reviews. Check them all. The other thing I think is very important is meet your realtor before saying that you want to go with them. Say you meet them and you just don't feel comfortable with them. You just say, let me think about it. And just, if you're not comfortable with them, don't go with them, because you have to work closely with them. With price changes, something they may want you to do to the house, paperwork. Yeah, so find a realtor that you feel comfortable with. We love our realtor because she's laid back, but she gets the job done. She doesn't make me feel pressure to do something one way or the other. We actually bought our house from her. when we were looking for a house in Northport. That's how I met her in the first place. And I knew if we ever sold our house, I would definitely use her again, and we have. And she's always answered my questions over the years about real estate and just questions I've had. And she never made me feel like I was wasting her time. Trust me, I've talked to many realtors, and some of them, they're like, well, I don't have time unless you do this or this, or don't want to answer my questions unless they can come over, you know, for an official meeting. Sometimes you just have a question or two, and you want to get to know them that way first. And I've had realtors who were just like, you know, not willing to put the time in to get to know you. So I was like, they're not for me. So that's number 2. Number 3, I would have to say, make sure you do any repairs that you can on the house that you can afford to do or that are essential, because that could stop you from getting your house sold in the first place. If you have a leaky roof, you gotta fix it. If you want to get the most money for your house, of course. If you need a new air conditioner, if you live in Florida and your air conditioner doesn't work, that's a big selling point. It is expensive. We put a new air conditioner and a new roof, so I know it's very expensive, but it needs to be done. At least I think so. If not, so you may have some trouble selling the house, or the price is going to be much lower. You'll have to figure out what you could afford and what you can do. Hopefully you could fix a lot of things yourself to save you some money. But if you can't, then, you know, just do what you can. Number 4, stage your house. If you can't afford someone to stage your house, just make sure it looks clean, neat, everything put away. Don't leave family photos out. They don't want to see your family belongings, you know. They want to picture themselves in the house, you know, their family in the house. If your stuff and your family's faces are all over the place, they're gonna feel like it's your house and maybe can't picture themselves in your house that you want to sell. So that's pretty important. There's so many videos on YouTube that can give you ideas as far as what you could do to make your house look nice. If you're not into feng shui, I think that's a nice topic to look up to make your house look clean, clear, a good energy flow throughout the house. And last but not least, number 5, be patient. Yes, patience is very important because it is stressful to sell your house. The other thing too, along with patience, is I don't recommend, unless again you have plenty of money, buying a new house while you're selling your house. Because if you buy a new house and your house doesn't sell, or sell for what you think you're going to sell it for, or you can't afford 2 mortgage payments, that can be very bad. Or if you're moving into an apartment, you know, you need your first month's fees, deposits, whatever. And again, you don't want to be paying rent and your mortgage, unless of course you don't have a mortgage. But even then, you still got your taxes and insurance and utilities. So if you don't have to do that, don't. But also, I guess this is also number 5, about being flexible. Make sure you work with your realtor and the price. Because if you're not flexible with the price, or, you know, doing some things around the house, keeping it clean and whatnot, it's going to be difficult to sell. So just know that you might have to lower the price, or in this market, you know, people might be fighting over your house. So it's hard to say. Being flexible and not jumping ahead on getting another house before this one sells. But that's, you know, these are just my opinions, my thoughts on selling a house and making it an easier process and a little bit less stressful. Because it is stressful no matter how much you plan. Yeah, I'm in a path here where animals go through. I'm just trying to get out of the sun because it's like you can't see me if I'm standing in the bright Florida sun. It's a beautiful day, by the way. If you plan on moving to Florida, oh, you're going to love the winters. I love the summers because it's hot enough to go swimming in the Gulf of Mexico. It's really nice right now. It's like perpetual summer. Love it. Well, that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps a little bit. Thumbs up if you like. Please share. You have no idea how much it helps our channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I just heard an alligator or something go into the water. Did you hear that?
Either an alligator catching something or...
Woo! What is that? There he is.
What?
Oh.
It's a stump, dude.
I thought that was an alligator with his mouth open. Oh my God, that scared me. Remember, this place is full of alligators. Oh my God. I scare easily. Not scare, but I get startled. Do not fall into this. You can't see that alligator out there, but I see one. I think I'll take a picture for Instagram. Remember to follow us on Instagram. Actually, we have 2 Instagram accounts. The links are in the description box below. So make sure you follow us on our other social media. Do you hear that click? Willow thinks it's a turtle. Where is it?
It's a frog.
Rick says it's a frog. Where is it? Do you see it? Yeah, it sounds like a frog.